Good morning students, we'll continue with the 11th standard economics, rural economics, chapter 10. So rural economics refers to the village or a rural community, the people living in villages. That means the people have a problem like a backwardness of agriculture, low income, low employment opportunity, poverty will be there, low infrastructure, low literacy rate will be there, low labor, low price, agriculture production will be low, large population will be there, large migration from rural area to urban area will be there. Most of these people will be depend upon the natural resources. So according to the 2011 population census, 6,40,867 villages in India. In that 68.84%, that is a 121 crore total population lives in rural areas only. So features of a rural employment. In that first one is a village is an institute. Okay. So village satisfy almost all the needs of a rural community. Whatever the needs of that villages, their needs, local people needs will be produced and manufactured by that villages only. Next, dependency on agriculture. Mostly the agriculture and natural resources, they will be dependent on that only. Agro-based, allied agriculture business only, they will be dependent upon only. Next, life of a rural people. How the village people will be there means lifestyle very simple. Public service like education, housing, health, sanitation, transport, communication, banking, roads, markets are very limited only. We cannot see much of a development there. Mostly they rely or depend upon the faith, superstitions, traditional culture, practice only will be there. Their standard of living will be low. Most of the people will be poor only. Social organization method of production will be weak and we can say it is a very backward only, we can say. Next is a population density. Population density means per square meter how many people are living. That means in the villages many people will be scattered, their house will be scattered, and the construction of house will be settled in different maybe they will be settled in their farm area only or agriculture area only, like in the urban area or town, all the villages near, it won't be like that. There the people will be scattered in their own farm or a distance will be there from one house to other house, we can say. Next we'll go for the dependency. Dependency in the sense, the mostly these village people will be depend upon the social grants or remittance or salary of their family members. Their family member may be working in the urban areas. They will be looking for their salary for monthly only. They will be, if they are that person is working in the urban area, if he sends the money only, that using that money only, their lifestyle will be going on. Next, dualism. Dualism in the sense, they in the villages, we can say more, both rich and the poor, both extremes we can say. Poor will be poor, rich will be real rich only. Next, inequality. So the distribution of income, wealth, asset will be unequal. That means most of the land will be in the hands of landlords or landowners will be there. That landlord only has to give the employment opportunity to the landless people, those who are laborers there for them. So these landlords and landowners will dominate all the poor category people. Next, migration. Migration in the sense, the people from the villages, they move on to the urban area for the what we can say, the search of the employment opportunity. Because of season period, they won't be having employment opportunity, and also there will be a less amenities, facility will be in the rural area. To avoid all this one, they will be searching and going to the rural area, from rural area to urban area for the search of employment and also for the higher education, we can say. So this is called as double poisoning. That means one side villages are started empty, and other side urban areas are congested, started doing congested. Here the meaning of a rural development. Rural development means both in the social and economic development should be there among the people, among the rural people. According to the World Bank also, a strategy has given that development of a rural people be both in the social and economic standard. That means the standard of living of a people should be both in the economic and the social. It should be there. So why it is a development of a rural economic is a very economy should be very needed means major population of a rural people, that all over India we can say more of the people population lives in the rural area only. For their, if their development and their contribution is very much supportive to the urban areas, that is the building of a nation's standard economic growth also will be depend upon this rural people only. So rural economy supports the urban people by supplying of drinking water, milk, food, raw material, fruits, vegetable, day-to-day needs, what and all is there, that is come from the rural people only. And also improvement in the education, health, sanitation in village means that can be helpful for the problem solving of begging, rat picking, roadside slumming in the urban area can be avoided, and also there will be a rush in the urban area also can be reduced. And also improvement in the agriculture and gainful employment in the rural area also can be given. If it's a developed means the food production of that rural people, if it's there increases means urban people also will be get day-to-day needs, what and all the things they need, they will get very easily from the rural. And also rural people migration can be reduced, and the utilization of unused resources in the rural area, that also if they started using employment opportunity will be there. And also we have to improve the infrastructure in the rural area. So according to that former president Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has discussed in his book called Target 3 million. In that book he has given suggest PURA, that is the provision of urban amenities to rural area. That means he has discussed about the need to develop in the rural area both in the social and economic level. So to improve all the nation status in the global area in the terms of a HDI, that means a human development index, WEI means women empowerment index, and gender disparities index, physical PQL, physical quality of a life, and gross national income. This and all should be improved only in rural area. If we achieve only, we can say our nation will be in the economic level will be developed one. Next we'll go for the problem of rural economy. So in that we have to categorize the people related problem in the first one. That means in the rural area, the individual standard of living will be less, and also we can say the illiteracy, a lack of technical knowledge will be low level of confidence, and dependency of sentiments and blind beliefs will be more. Next, agriculture related problem means the lack of expected awareness in the knowledge of how to use the technology, and it will be there, and unavailability of inputs like seeds, pesticide, manure, the whichever the season it is needed, that season it won't be available. And also poor marketing after the harvest, their product cannot be marketed in the marketing for the sale. It won't be there, their knowledge won't be there which time you have to sell the goods or not. Then insufficient of staffs and services to give the advices or technical advice to give the rural people. There won't be a members to give the advice in the rural area. And also small size of a holding, that means to use a modern technology, modern agriculture cannot be used because the people have subdivided their land. Fragmentation has already been done, means modern technological adaptation of missions and also agriculture product cannot be used that in small areas. and also there will be a decrease in the investment. That means government industries or private industry, they won't be launching in that rural area. So the off season period, there will be a more unemployment there in the agriculture field. And also role of a farmers in fixing their own product price is not available, because they produce a product for their product only, they cannot fix the price of their own product. Next is the infrastructure related problem. Means the poor infrastructure facilities in the field of water, electricity, transport, education, communication, health, employment, storage facility of their own food grains, banking won't be available in the rural area. Next, economic related problem means in availability of or we can say that they cannot adopt the high cost of technology, high cost of inputs, the seeds which can yield more harvest, that seeds cannot be they cannot buy, because the cost of that seed will be more that because their income is very low, how they can buy the high cost of seeds. So their income will be low, very less only will be there. Inequality in the land, the many landlords have a more land, they will dominate the poor laborers over there. So the landlord own the large number of land, whatever it is there in their area. So they won't give more interest to improve their agriculture and also improve the standard of the living of their local people. And also next we'll go for the leadership related problem. That means leadership will be in the hands of inactive leaders. The leader, whoever is lethargic, very lazy, that leadership it is there in that person, means how they will give the interest to improve the standard of living of the people won't be there. That leader won't be have a capacity to bargain with the other people, and also they cannot give a more price for their product, they cannot bargain with. And also marketing facility also won't be there. If that leader is a very lazy, inactive, means dominant of a political power also will be there. Next, administrative problem. So here in the rural area, the political interference will be more, lack of a motivation will be more, and also low wages will be given to the rural people, and also improper utilization of budget will be there. Absence of a monitoring also will be there. If you go and see in the village, we can see that more people will be sitting and they won't be doing the proper, for one day so many hours they have to work, but they won't. That is because of the absence of a monitoring only, we can say. Rural poverty means the poverty in India has been defined as the individual is failed to earn the sufficient income to fulfill the basic or minimum needs of the family members. On base of this one, the nutrition intake, because his income is very less, the nutrition intake of each person consume is less than the 2400 calories per day. But in the rural area are treated as under rural poverty, because of all the income is not sufficient, then how he will take a nutrition food. So according to the planning commission, 54%, we can say 54.1% of people living in a low poverty in the 2009 to 10 census. Next, 2005, 80% of people will be there in the rural area as a poor people. And also in the 2015 census, 80 crore people in India are living in the rural area as a poor people. And also worldwide, we can say, means 22% of people living in the poor people in India. So we can say there's so much poor people in India. What will be the cause for this rural poverty? We can say first one is a higher labor. See, in the rural area, most of the land is owned by the landlord. So other people, those are living in that area, will be as a laborers only, higher laborers only. So to support their family as a to earn income, these people will be depend upon this landlord only. Next, a lack of a non-farm employment means excess of supply of labor. இப்போ ஒரு லேண்டில் வந்து 20 members only needed to workனா that off season periodல most of the people, agriculture people will be unemployed only. Farmers will be unemployment. Or at 20 members only needed now, 15 members will be unemployed. All the people who started working in that area means excess of labor will be there. If excess of labor, if it's there means the wage will be less. So automatically the income also will be less. Next on the lack of public sector investments. That means the industry, whatever it is there, new launching industry, it is not there in the rural area. Everything will be in the urban area only. So excess of agriculture labor cannot be work in the industry. That excess of unemployment labor, they won't have a employment opportunity, work to earn, to fulfill the needs of their family members. Next, inflation. Inflation in the sense, the laborers, farmers, whoever is there working as a family member will be there. That person only income for their family. The families, that person income is not increasing, but the price of each product, maybe rice or pesticides or whatever it is need to use it by that farmer, that price of that product is keep on increasing, but his income is not increasing. So next is a low productivity. So low productivity in the sense, rural area labor farm activity is very low. That means mostly they will be depend upon the agriculture, or that agriculture farmers will be depend on the nature only, rainfall only. In that time, if the rainfall fails, mean that time he cannot produce any product for his to sell this product. So that time he cannot earn more income for his family. Next, unequal benefit of a growth. So major gains of a that is a government grants or economic development plans, it will be enjoyed only by the urban rich people only. More gains and growth are not reaching the poor people. Low rate of economic growth. Lower economic rate of economic growth in the sense, it is below the target. Always the poor people are denied. The government grants and benefits will not be reached to the poor people. Next, more emphasis on the large industries means more investment will be put on by the government, and also private people will be there in the large industry only. So to categorize the fulfill the needs of middle class and the upper middle class people only, their main target. That a lower level or less improved people or less developed people, for them it is not it is ignored, we can say. The industry is capital intensive. They will be always have a profit motive only. That owners won't be able to, or they won't be interested to create a job opportunity, or they won't be thinking for the well-being or a welfare of the people they won't do. So the always poor people are denied, we can say. The employment opportunity for that people is not created properly, we can say. That's why more unemployment will be there in the rural area. That's why they cannot come out from that poverty line. Next we'll go for the social evils. So in the rural area, most of the rural people will be depend upon the customs, beliefs, and they won't be adopting for the modern technology. Always think that the traditional one is the best for them, so they cannot come out of that one. So this is also main causes. If they use the modern technology, multi-cropping, that means they can earn more profit. Cash crops, if they do means farming, means they can have a more profit, but they will be always in the social beliefs only, blind beliefs only. So that is also main reason to remain the in the poverty also, we can say. Remedial measure to rural poverty. To eradicate the rural poverty, what and all the measure they have to take? So the employment, to create a employment opportunity, or to increase the employment opportunity will be the main measure to avoid the rural poverty. So the government of India has launched many poverty alleviation schemes, that we can say the 20-point schemes. So according to that scheme, the measurement can be given for the poverty, employment, education, housing, health, agriculture, land reform, irrigation, drinking water, sanitation, empowerment, and for the women and also weaker section people, consumer protection program, environmental product program, all everything can be given in this 20-point scheme. So next we'll go for the rural unemployment. Rural unemployment in the sense, if a person is searching for an employment opportunity but he cannot find the job or a work, means he will called as unemployed. That will call as the unemployment also, we can say. So according to the Peter Diamond, Dale Morton, Christopher Pedesteris, both these three are the economics. They got the Nobel Prize on the study for a job study. The price for the job study, that is they for that only they got the Nobel Prize in the 2010. So what it is, in one word they may ask a Nobel Prize for a job study. They all these three economics they given the DMP model. That is on base of their name only, it was based a DMP model. So according to that model, there how we can create the employment opportunity, what are the rules and the regulation policies the government has to take to create the employment opportunity, that can be given in that book. So as on the 4th October 2016 census, 7.8% of people are unemployed in rural area, and also 10.1% of people will be unemployed in the urban area. So all over India, there will be 8.5% of people will be unemployed in all over India. Rural unemployment. There are three types of rural unemployment. First we can go and see first one, open unemployment. Open unemployment means the people will be remained without work. We can say the artisans, we can say or we can the painters, we can say that those are doing handicraft works, we can say. So they will be called as a open unemployment. Next, concealed unemployment. If they work, if they are removed from the work, means the production won't be affected. இப்போ அவங்க ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் வேலை செஞ்சுருக்கிறாங்கன்னா அவர் வந்து வேலை இல்லை அப்படின்னு நினச்சிட்டாங்கன்னா he will be unemployed. So he is unemployed. Because he is unemployed means that industry's production won't be affected. That is called as underemployment or distinguished unemployment, we can say. Next is the seasonal unemployment. So the particular period of season only the employment opportunity will be availed. That means for example ice cream industry means summer season only they will get the employment opportunity. And also the resort tourist place means that tourist season, in the holiday season only, that resort people have a job opportunity, that we can seasonal unemployment. So in the farmers half season period, only rainy seasons period only they will have harvest season only they will have a more job opportunity. Other than that half season, next half of the year there will be more people will be in the unemployed only, we can